One, two, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sure Shannon Show. Yeah, Kim, what you mean you're on time tonight? What you mean I'm on time? Yeah, I'm on time. That's just pitiful. Outstanding. So what's going on? Hope everybody doing all right today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Today is Wednesday again. Today is the last Wednesday for May, and then June is right around the corner. Man, hope things are much better. Yeah, right. Yeah, right out the gate. Yeah, I see right out the gate. Yeah, right out the gate. Oh yeah, I meant to get with you. You said you want to. It was something you was wanting to do. You wanted me to check out something on the computer or something. I couldn't remember. You sent a message the other day. Mm-hmm. Right out the gate. Yeah. Oh yeah. I went in Geo's on Instagram Messenger. It said I'll be there in Team Bill Friday. Mm-hmm. I told them I'm coming for them. Everybody's talking. Supervisor of the Jack Hole. Yeah, I'm kind of sad. What? I ain't forget. I don't even start that. I don't even try. No. I forget. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna get Team Bill back for then that you said they were trash talking me. So I got business to take care of for Friday for sure. Yeah, uh-huh. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I know I can't wait till the fall for what you call Deion Sanders and the Buffaloes to play. I can't wait. And I see they're gonna have a rematch with what you call Colorado State. Oh, they gonna Colorado State. Oh, you be my campaign. Yeah, I guess I could use a campaign manager. Yeah, because hey, I'm gonna be the supervisor. I got some stuff I'm working on for that too. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Mm-mm-mm. There are people. Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited about it. Yeah. So I know Ranger, Marlene, I think you said maybe Coach Mary Ma Racing. Who else? Somebody else. But it don't matter. It still ain't gonna matter. It don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter who's gonna be in the race because I'm winning regardless. Yeah, oh yeah, I turned it on. I made sure I turned it on. That's the one thing I always once I set it up with StreamYard, my thing, I make sure I go over to YouTube and I make sure I click it on. Yeah. Yeah, I turned it on. Yeah. Yeah, I flipped it on. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hey, what's up, Doe? I've been remembering lately. Yeah, that's good. Shenanigans Shannon. Yeah. So are you? Oh, here it is. Okay. Hey, look! Don't you be rushing me. Look, 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 look. There's the link. Drop the link. I dropped the link. How you doing, Cliff? I meant to check back and I got to get with you. And plus, I meant to check your channel and see how you doing. How many more views is that? Last I checked, you had like 10 million views on that YouTube short. I've seen a lot of channels where people just hey, please welcome Miss Kim's Bling Bar. Hey, what's up, Kim?
My.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey.
doing all right today?
Hey, boy.
Mm, 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 mm. Bum, ba-dum. He said 10.7. Wow.
For the donkey video, the donkey and the goat.
Yeah. Yeah, that video. Woo, I love it. Outstanding. Mm, 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 mm,
Next thing you know, they'll have let me say they could have clip up there on the what do they call it? Like the most viral video.
mm. Yeah.
Wow, that's intense. It just
Yeah.
took off.
Yeah. Cliff. I saw his stream. He had a stream. I was checking it out. I saw one where he was making that cube. Like it was a cube or something. He had like the little points or dots, little points on it or something he was making on his live stream.
I wonder if that's the one. It was something he was making one time, and it reminded me of one of those weapons. Like it was a steel ball or iron ball with the pointy things on the outside. You
Mm-hmm.
know that they used to like swing around and go pow. Like hit people with it.
Yeah, like the
Um,
spike ball with. Yeah, I know what you're talking about with the.
yeah, the spike ball, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I said that would fail at medieval times as like a something to go on your ink pen or like a pen, like an ink pen with that
Oh
thing
yeah.
swinging out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That. Ooh. Yeah.
I was sure because it looked like it could be, an ink pen on the handle part, and you be swinging that thing around.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Secret weapon. You take somebody right out. With that.
No,
Yep.
I'll tell him I need to get in touch with paparazzi because y'all got a category for horror and danger, uh, safety, defense.
Yeah.
That cube is the tool, he said.
Yeah.
And then I saw him working on the turtles, and then I came back in another time,
Mhm.
and I thought he was working on the turtles, but they told me it was something else.
Yeah. Okay. But go turtles, go turtles, go, go turtles. There go. Mm, mm.
So you
Yep.
work? You did go to work today?
No, I was off today. I had a few days off.
You did because you sound real up and bright.
Yeah, I'm glad I did because them last few weeks was really rough. But trying to pick a schedule, it might be a little better, but it's still set up with AV what I was doing. But that it was like back to back what I was working, like that sweet and snacks and some of those other stuff. It was like, but I took maybe like one day off, but I had a few more days off this round. hmm I usually give myself a little more time, but I was looking at the schedule, so I better get it where I can when I was looking at it. But yeah, I try to give myself some rest, rest up because man, it adds up quick. Them days go by fast, and like you don't know if it's day or you don't know if it's day or night, or if it's early in the morning or it's nighttime. You don't know if you're coming or going. when the
I
hour.
guess not. They don't have windows yet to go and actually look out of a window to see.
The window to the wall. Yeah. But I meant to tell you, I watched. I started back up trying to watch the first episode, House of Dragon. I want to start reviewing it again before.
Ah,
Mhm. And Doctor Who, it's just I don't know, trying to take them serious with that long blonde. It's like everybody got blonde hair in the show. It's like even the black guy, the older guy,
have blind hair.
or is it gray? It looked like it was might as well be blonde. Everybody hair so bright.
No. Girl, I like the girl, but to me the girl, they're trying to bring back Billy Piper. But but from Doctor Number Nine. But
Wow.
I don't know. It's like he kind of just give me this non-binary kind of vibe, or this gay vibe. And I mean, not that nothing's wrong with being gay. Doctor, I don't know.
Oh, the new Doctor
Mm.
Who. I saw him. I kind of saw some clips or a glance or something. It's like, man, they switching it up a little bit, I guess. Doctor Who, Doctor
Now,
Who.
I've watched like 2 episodes of it, so it's good, and he's good at the role. But I
Yeah,
just, it seems like every place you turn, they're trying to put that in front of you. It's like, okay, here we go. Let's throw
yeah.
this in there. Let's throw this stardust in there. I'm like, oh my goodness, really? But I mean, to be clear though, Doctor Who has never said no. You know what? He did have a wife. So,
Oh, he did?
but maybe he just does what he want to do because that's who he is. I don't know. But I just got this right. I told you the first time I saw him, I was like, he's a dancer. He's
Oh
a
yeah, I
dancer.
remember you saying that. Yeah, he's a
I'm
dancer.
talking about a real dancer because of the way his body was shaped.
Yeah,
You can tell like if you meet, a young woman and they have a certain build, you can kind of tell like you
that
was
right.
a gymnast, weren't you?
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah.
Or maybe they was built for a gymnast, but they never got into it. But I'm like, you're a gymnast, you're a dancer,
Mhm.
something like that.
She's a dancer.
Mm.
She.
Sometimes you could tell, like with professional baseball players, most of the time they have thick thighs.
Mhm.
I've never seen a baseball player with skinny legs. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and then when he started floating around and dancing, I was like, I knew it. I knew it.
Mhm.
But let me tell you what I watched.
Mhm.
Just finished it up. It was called The Veil.
The
That was good because my girl that played in the Handmaid's Tale was in it,
Mhm.
and I really like her.
I was
But it's
thinking
not a sci-fi or anything like that.
the Handmaid's Tale. You know what? That was. I think that's what it was. I was trying to think of what you were telling me about. Because didn't you say in there like they forced that lady that forced her on a couple, and the guy forced her with another woman.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
It's a
okay.
dystopian view, like what this country would look like if the radical evangelicals took over.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
and they forced her.
she went back and got her revenge too, right, or something. I
Sure
remember
did.
she tore him
Sure
up.
did. A lot of them got revenge. A
Yeah,
lot of them.
my
Because they
thing.
just, every
Revenge.
time you turned around, they was like, um, say like, hmm, say like you was um attempting to have a child, and
Yeah.
then as soon as they walk up to you, they be like, "May the Lord open," and then they would say, and then you're supposed to respond, "My womb is acceptable." All this kind of mess.
Oh wow, just like that. Mhm.
And they do all kind of crazy stuff in the name of God. It's funny to me how people can do so much and try to justify it in the
Mhm.
name of God. I'm like,
I get
God
tired of
knows how to
that.
get done what He wants done.
Hmm. In the name.
Really, just like with the Inquisition, and all of that, and yeah, at one time the Roman Catholic Church going out killing people because they didn't want to believe in the God that they believed in.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Oh yeah, they
I
did it
I
in the
can't touch myself.
huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was trying to catch that last part you had said. You were trying to. You were talking about the Catholic.
Yeah, I said enough.
Oh, okay.
I want you to go ahead because I thought I heard you saying something, and I didn't know if my audio or anything like that was on delay, and it made me go over you, so that's why I stopped talking.
Oh no, that's fine. No, I was just gonna say I kind of add to something like that. You talking about like the killing or whatever. I'm trying to think. No, in House of Dragon, Doctor Who and their crew, they went to that town and they just chopped up people like the guy, I guess, who I guess he raped a little girl or something. They cut us like, man, they did it right in front of the camera. We see just chopping away off of the guy parts of him, certain body part.
Mhm,
And like they just went for the ones, I guess, who like the evil ones. Then they once they were done, they threw all the bodies on the cart and they rode out. Like,
mhm,
wow,
mhm,
so that's just gangster. Oh, gangster.
mhm.
Keep it
Well,
gangster.
they it's people doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mhm. I'm not gonna mention it on here, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, the way they did those people, and then they shocked why that country retaliated. And I'm like, well, what do you expect?
Yeah.
That's like somebody walked up in, I mean, somebody walked up in my house, you know,
Yeah.
and decided they was gonna do what they wanted to do. Oh no, it's you better hope you can get out of here. Mm, mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And then you want me to feel sorry for your family. Look, nobody better not ever touch me
Yeah.
and let my husband know who they were.
Hmm.
They whole family getting executed. I'm telling you.
Say
That's
peace
the
out.
way he is. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna kill you. No, 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 no. Going after the people you love.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Outstanding. Mm-mm-mm.
So
Execute.
and then you have to decide. They ask people like, was it worth it? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cause even though we have a great um legal system, it's got many flaws.
Yeah.
It's one of the best, but it's got many, many flaws.
It's the
And
best.
sometimes you can get caught up in it, and your family doesn't get the justice that they did, that they deserve.
Yeah.
And then you sitting there thinking, like, you know what? I should have just got him. I should have got him myself.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, think about it, Shannon. The only way I can really get you to really feel this is
Hmm.
is what if somebody did something to your mother.
Yeah.
You ready to take what the justice system say do, or you ready to go after them?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Go at 'em, yeah. It's like, man. Yeah. It's
And
hard.
most of the time, people understand that. It's like you, people will say, "Well, what jury would convict him based on something like that?" Well, you got some people that they won't say, "Oh, you can't take the law in your own hands." Well, then you should have did your job.
Yeah, I see that all the time. It's like, man, yeah, like you saying, you take, yeah, when you actually take matters, when you try to do it the right way, and then you end up having to take matters in your own hand, then like, you know what I mean? Then like it make it like it backfiring because you took matters in your hands when you try to do it the right way or legal way or whatever, and then
Right?
it never
Uh,
fails.
right. And then I don't know if you can live with it when you think about like, oh man, and then that
Mhm.
person might be laughing about it. I've seen stuff like that play out. Ooh, Just awful. Just awful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 'cause like again, you know that man in the House of Dragons. I'm telling the truth. That's not it. Chill out. Da 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 da. What happened to him?
Oh yeah, yeah. He went up there with everybody. It was just him, and
Yeah.
he was like 10 feet, 20 feet away from the door.
He was stupid and I don't know what. You think I'm gonna go up in there running my mouth and I'm not have the back my back to the door
Yeah,
or to the wall?
yeah.
And
Ooh,
he bet Doctor Who flank him. Yeah, and that was that.
yeah.
I know as soon as he felt that, he was like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't shouldn't have did that." But I want to see. I really want them to come on ahead and come go ahead and create the next season because I want to see if his brother is coming back because I would want to write it where his brother came back. He found out what happened, and then he goes after him.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. And I want
Season
to see just how tough he gonna be.
so rough, so tough.
Then again, he got that dress.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Right.
interesting. And oh
Put
yeah.
that dragon
Hmm?
down. Put that
Hmm.
dragon down, and then we'll see how tough you are.
Yeah. That dragon down. Oh, and going back to that first episode where the lady had the baby. So I think they had
Mm,
to open her up to get the baby out because it seemed like it was taking forever to come out or something. So they gave what was it, a
that
cease?
was horrible. Yeah,
Yeah.
what it was is I think the baby was breached, and which means that it wasn't turned right,
Yeah.
and the head is supposed to be down when you're
And his
having the
feet
baby,
came out. No.
but it wasn't. And
Hmm.
so they told the king, basically the doctor told him, you know, it's gonna be one or the other, either the child or your wife.
Yeah. And then yep, that was it. Because I was thinking she made it at first, but then she ended up dying because I remember seeing all that blood on the bed. Yeah.
Well, 'cause what they did, they didn't know how to do a cesarean section.
Yeah.
He just cut her.
And I was like, man, I
He
was like,
started from, huh?
he started from what?
He started from down there at the bottom, and he started going up with like with a pair of industrial scissors.
Ooh, I do remember seeing like the cut, but I didn't realize from which way he started with it. With the
Yo, yeah, he didn't do because they didn't have no idea how to do a cesarean section then. They were still practicing on women. Because
yeah.
what they do now and have, you know, for a century or so is they make an incision horizontally across the womb,
Oh,
the
okay.
uterus. And they have to make a couple of incisions because they got to go through the skin, then they got to go through the fat, then the muscle tissue, all of that, then they go into the uterus.
Yeah.
And then they pull that back and then they pull the baby out through it. Then they sew each layer up.
Yeah. Shoo.
Hmm
Oh,
What
oh.
they did was they cut her from the bottom, like
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I said, and she was screaming. Oh my God, it was terrible. And
Yeah.
I couldn't stand him after that because you saw the kind of man he was. Because she had already given him children,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and he so called loved her, and then you know, man, get
Yeah.
out of my face. Should have shot him. Should,
Hot dog. Mm-hmm.
yeah, they had her. They didn't have guns back then. I sure would have had me a dagger and threw it in his back, walking out. They gonna shoot him.
Oh, no, yeah. And it
They
ended up
should
being
have given her the option, you know. That yeah, cause some women will say the baby,
yeah.
but they
I
didn't even give her the option, Shannon.
Yeah, because they were so hung up on getting a boy, the people was like,
Hmm
get her. It's like, hot dog.
Oh, stinky boys. Yeah. Mhm.
uh, yeah, they were just. I was like, man, they got that. They want to get the air, and they want, but and it still didn't work out because the baby died, ended up dying, didn't it? I think
I
didn't it?
don't remember.
Because the girl
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're
he
right.
still ended up dying, and so then like the the pre-denarius ended up being in charge or whatever, right? She became the heir or whatever. The first.
Yeah, but see what happened was, remember her friend,
Oh yeah.
uh she started, her father knew that the king had eyes for her.
She.
So he started pushing his daughter up in there,
Oh
you
yeah, I
know.
do
And
remember
that,
that pushing them on her. That's like, but I guess at that time that wasn't, I guess, a big deal. I guess old and
no, it wasn't. But they, her father knew that if they had a boy, then that was going to supersede the
hmm
girl, which was his daughter, because she was not a male
yeah.
as far as ruling the country.
hmm
That's the way it was. That's why I liked old Queen Elizabeth. She hung in there as long as she wanted to. I think she was over 70 years in there.
yeah,
Mhm.
Queen Elizabeth. Yeah. So
Now
now,
I don't know when they changed or if they ever changed it, but it makes me wonder if it was at some point they said that, well, if there's, even if it is, well, see, in her case, she didn't have any brothers.
hmm
So, let's see. Now, her father was not supposed to be the original king, but
oh,
her father's brother abdicated the throne.
oh, you talking about Doctor Who?
Oh, I'm talking about over there in England,
Yeah,
London.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
So, because he abdicated the throne, he did not want the responsibility
Oh,
of
yeah, I
being the
do
king.
remember that. Yeah, yeah. He passed it on. Yeah, he let somebody else get it. hmm
Mm. Oh, hello, Chris. Right.
Hey.
So when her father died, and he had a really, ooh, if you ever want to see a good drama that's
hmm
historical, and I can't think of the name of it, but there was a movie about her father. Her
Right.
father had a really horrible stuttering problem.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh. And
hmm
when he died, she took over as the queen, and I think she was only maybe like 20 or 21, uh, somewhere in there.
hmm
Maybe 25. I just can't remember.
25.
But she ended up being something else, and she caused a lot of problems um, with her sister. Her sister really, her younger sister really wanted to be the queen. She liked that kind of lifestyle, but Elizabeth did not. But Elizabeth grew into it, and so her sister was like, "Well, let me do it. Let me do it." And she was just like, "Nah, I'm good."
I'm good.
And then she wouldn't let her sister get married to this man who was a divorcee. Because what's that? Let me think. Or was he still? He might have been still with his wife, but was talking about divorcing her or something. And I think he finally did to be with her. And the queen said, "You cannot marry him. You cannot be with him. You cannot." It was
Ooh.
awful. It was awful.
Mm, mm, mm,
Yeah. And so the way her whole family thinks as the monarchy is the monarchy is the priority. Uh our life, our love, all of that is secondary. The monarchy is first.
mhm.
So that's the way they do it.
That's the way they roll.
And the queen finally let her son marry Camilla because that was a scandal. You know how I felt so bad for Princess Diana because
Hmm.
if you ever want to watch something real dramatic, The Queen on Netflix. No, The Crown.
The
Oh
crown.
my goodness, man, they showed just how bad she had it. You
Hmm.
know, when she gave an interview and she was talking about
Hmm.
that there was always three of us in our marriage. That's just painful. That's
Wow.
painful. You know,
There's always three of us.
and she couldn't because see he Charles always loved Camilla, but he got talked into for the crown's sake to marry Princess Diana because Camilla had already been married and she had kids.
Hmm.
So they
Oh.
didn't want him to marry her because of, she Diana had a better family, a better name, all that kind of stuff. Plus she was younger and they felt like she could bear him, many children.
Hmm.
But see, she didn't know none of this. She ended up falling for him.
Wow.
And then come to find out, wait a minute, the woman you keep calling. Well, you said that's your friend. Y'all look kind of close to me. And what the hell is this friend here? Or I'll be at Camilla's. The heck? Say, oh man, it was something.
He gonna get a bologna
It was
sandwich.
something.
Camilla hook him up with a bologna sandwich.
Oh
Tomato
man, yeah.
cheese sandwich.
And so she had to see a therapist for that because she was on the verge of a mental breakdown.
Ooh,
She could not, she kept trying to get her husband back
yeah.
from this woman, but the problem was is she never had him.
Mm,
Now, he had them children with her. He did that,
yeah.
but he never really loved her. She was like his side romance. And
Uh,
then he always wanted to be with Camilla.
yeah.
So,
So it was forced. It was forced on them because what Queen Elizabeth and all what the family wanted, not what he wanted.
mhm, mhm. And poor baby, she had no idea. She had no idea. And so now, some might say, well, you know what? So what? If he want to do his thing, she could too. No, 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 because she's a woman. So she couldn't do her thing. See, because he is, oh, well, men would be men. That's the way it's always been. Now, if she had done it because she didn't have nobody, oh, you a whore. And we can't have that. So that's why her life was miserable. And so she finally, they was finally able to force the queen to let them get a divorce because they was both miserable. And then not too long afterwards, she started dating around. And then
Oh,
she met Dodie.
oh, Prince. Oh, I didn't know that Prince died. I didn't realize it. So wait a minute. So back in '97, they were already divorced, Princess Diana, because that's when she had that accident. Well, I
Yeah,
know
they were divorced.
they were already
Yeah.
divorced even by that time because I knew it was a big
Hmm.
deal. And I was hearing somebody was saying it was a setup. It probably could have been. I don't know, but because I think she was like in a Mercedes or something. I remember, and they had that big
Could
crash.
have been, but they were speeding from the paparazzi.
Yeah,
And
something.
the way it went down is like she had came over and they were supposed to be at this hotel,
Hmm.
and then so the driver was off duty like
Right.
he normally is. So he went downstairs to have a drink, and then they decided, well, we getting ready to go, and he was just like, we just got here, and so
Yeah.
instead of him saying, well, I've been drinking, he went on ahead and he took them.
Hmm.
So now, who's to say whether the drinking had anything to do with it because of him not being able to maneuver like he normally could.
Yeah.
You know, the point is he he shouldn't, even if they had told him to hurry up and speed, he shouldn't
Yeah.
have been speeding down up in there like that.
Right.
But that's what they might have told him. No, hurry up. Who knows?
It was like August or September '97 because I was in school. I remember I was in the theater and I remember it was a big deal. I was like, wow, Princess Diana. And then I remember they had the funeral on TV, the service, like how they did for Martin Luther King, like they
Hmm.
live. And I was like, man, that's what made me think of when I saw that service. It made me think of Martin Luther King. It's like, wow, they aired it on
Yeah, I
TV.
cried. I cried. I didn't even know her, but I cried
Yeah,
because of the beautiful person that she was. I mean, everything I saw that she did, it was like selfless. She was always trying to help.
like the
And
kids. Yeah, I saw that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
like her kids. Well, I don't know if Harry. What's the other one? The oldest one. Is it
That's
William?
William.
Well, I think he's into, or both of them might be into, trying to, they want to carry that on, like what their mom did, helping kids and all that, the
Hmm. Hmm.
keep it going. Princess Diana.
Yeah. And they love their mother. It's just a shame that happened. Because I remember Diana was in Africa one time, and I think it was during the AIDS epidemic,
Mm-hmm.
and she was holding and hugging babies that I know I wouldn't touch because I would be afraid I'm gonna pass that along to my children.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You see the pictures and stuff. Yeah, I remember seeing pictures. Yeah, the kids like, man, third world country and stuff. Yeah.
So she had such a heart, and I like how she took her children with her to do things. She wanted them to see this is how other people live. You are so blessed with what you have. You don't even realize it. And I need to show you, the world.
Hmm.
So yeah.
She knew.
So,
She knew. Princess Diana.
so we won't see how it goes until like Charles passes, because then it'll pass on to William. And William can only do what Charles says is okay right now, you know.
Hmm.
But and then Harry, he's just, he's in California, Los Angeles,
Yeah,
with Megan and their children, and they're just,
he don't care.
living their
They let it go, didn't they?
yeah.
They
I mean, they still have a like an annuity, you know, but all of the fanfare and all that kind of stuff,
yeah.
they release that. They're trying to live out their life as normal people. I'm
Yeah.
like, normal people with a lot of money, but nevertheless, normal people.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they had enough things.
Tyler Perry let them stay at his estate uh, in
What?
California one time. I think they stayed there for about 6 months.
Wow. They just
Yeah,
hanging out
for
with
free.
Tyler.
Yeah, because he wasn't there, so he knew that they was trying to get away from all of the problems in
Yeah.
the UK, and so he let them stay there.
They just chilling.
People was watching them, and oh, I just can't imagine how bad that is with that paparazzi.
Yeah.
Paparazzi photographers, not the jury.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not the jury. Paparazzi. Yeah, they something else. It's like, man, they just, and like they always, you see it. I got so tired of it. You always see like tabloids or whatever catching celebrities at the beach. Like, I mean, that's part of the territory, but it's like, my gosh, ain't no letting up.
J Dub is J Dub is in the house. Hey,
Hey, what's up, J Dub? Vlog.
So
Flawless.
what you got for us tonight, Shannon?
I just don't hear. It was so. Oh yeah, I was just talking about the house is
I
dragging
shared
us.
you out.
Hmm?
Okay, I was gonna say I shared you out, and I said, "Don't make me a liar." I said, "I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be fun."
I got my nice. Oh yeah, you welcome. Yeah, you welcome. Yeah, send out some stickers. Yeah.
Those were nice. Those were very nice.
Oh yeah, you finally got yours. You did get yours too. Okay, let's make sure because I gave
Ah,
out some
man,
some.
I told you, I got
Hmm.
them.
Oh yeah, because I passed out so many. I'm just
Okay.
I throw them out like frisbees. Yeah, I had fun working on those stickers. That was a lot of fun. So I put the video. Oh, okay, you did. All right, I'll be sure to check it out because I saw you had a video said friend mail. She does videos with friend mails. I
Hmm.
used to do that when somebody send me something, whatever. I would do like I would call it mail call. I used to do those mail
Oh
calls.
yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
Get back to doing that. Yeah, get back. I gotta get back. Yeah, I gotta get back. Mm-mm. Yeah, I was going back looking at my older videos and like I was looking at like the mystery box ones. I had more fun with that, so I was trying to get my channel back towards that, like doing the mystery boxes and the conventions and interviews and stuff that I like doing the most. Trying
Right.
to narrow stuff down.
Enjoy that. I enjoyed that. What I saw when you did that,
What?
the convention,
Yeah,
stuff,
I love doing the conventions and whenever they come up. Oh, you
and
did
when
all
you did the, I'm sorry.
you talking about the one I did what a few weeks ago? That interview or
No, anytime you do a like when you went into the what would they call it? The novelty shop
mm-hmm.
where they had the scary man in there.
Oh, you talking about Sammy Terry?
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh yeah, over at Terrence. Oh, over at Gray Skull Collectibles. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
Sammy.
you got me on that because anytime I see, like, yeah, you and Patrick got me because anytime I see a movie or I'm out someplace and a ball rolling toward me, I'm like, I'm going the other way.
Oh, American Horror Story. Yeah. I love
Yeah,
that. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Where you going? No, don't worry about it. I see you.
The
Hmm.
red ball.
I don't care what color it is. I don't care what it is neither.
Oh yeah, when I did that watching chat. That's right, American Horror Story watching chat. I think my favorite one's American Horror Story 1984. They had the summer camp. That's was 84 or whatever. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks, JW. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Those conventions, I really enjoy those. I enjoy those conventions and the interviews when I can. Like I interviewed the guy with the black artist. He did all the artwork, the comic books and stuff. Uh, what's it? Kapow. Yeah, the guy's name Solo, the artist. He all the artwork. I bought some of his comic books, and he had a character. He went and upgraded. It's called Lion, and he's like an upgrade. He said he was the inspiration for Black Panther. Uh,
Oh, get out of here.
yeah. What's that? Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, whatever his name
And
was.
Lee.
Yeah, they drew off of him. He's because looking at his artwork, I say I can see it like his stance, the way he was standing with his spear and stuff. I say I can see Black Panther in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, from the character Lion uh, was the inspiration for Black Panther. And the thing is, he said they only because the comic book company was called what Negro Comics or whatever it was, Negro Comics, and they only made like one issue. He said, and out of
Mm-hmm.
that one issue, he said like back then, like around the 30s and 40s, newspaper was king, and so no newspaper companies. I guess they saw how good the company was, the black comic book company was. They didn't want to sell no papers or nothing to them, so they can keep printing their issues or whatever. I was like, what? I was like,
Oh,
it's sad. Yeah, you watch it. The interview. Yeah, I did an interview with him. That's I said that's messed up. It really is. Yeah.
evil at its best.
Yeah, I was
Mm-mm.
like, man. Even then, it's like it don't matter. It's always been there. It's like, my dog. But yeah,
Well,
you
you
said.
know what? Since you mentioned,
Mhm.
um, do you know that the Major League Baseball Association finally allowed the stats from the Negro League players to be joined in, and now Josh
Mhm.
Gibson is number one.
What?
Yes,
Gibson, wait.
I can't wait to read more about it. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot changed up. So he's above Babe Ruth now.
Ooh.
Hmm.
That's the thing I don't get because the Negro League player was just as good as the Major League players, but they didn't get the credit and a lot of
And
because
better, and
yeah
better in a lot of cases.
yeah but they treat them as like they wasn't as important because of mainstream or whatever because they man I mean talent is talent. It's that same thing that comes back to like they talk about the HBCU school versus like the 5-star schools,
PWIs.
yeah, all this
Hmm.
like man, like Deion Sanders pointed, which he had a good point because like look at Walter Payton. He went to Jackson State where Deion coached at. Walter Payton. Look at how good well his
Hmm.
career was. He went to.
Michael Strahan went to TSU.
Oh yeah, sure did. It's crazy. It's like talent is talent. It don't matter where it come from, but it's just the way people treat it. Like they're no good because the mainstream like they feel like it's better. But
And what it is they know that they're good or could be good. So let's just try to hide that. Let's just try to hide that.
yeah, that is true because they feel intimidated. They don't want to. It might end
Mhm.
up being better than
Right. So
like how
to
can
me, I like playing somebody who is going to really challenge me because if I lose to them, I can say, well, I lost to the best. Like you going to say to me when we get and play in Gallagher, and it'll be all good.
yeah, JW, it's messed up. It's like my uncle used to tell me. I was like,
Yeah.
uncle would tell me like I was in elementary school, like you hear about Billy the Kid and all these other cowboys. He would tell me like there were black cowboys out there who were much better than Billy the Kid, but it's like with the history books, they put in there what you want. They want you to know about, not what's all not all the facts. So it's like who
Well,
knows?
that's the reason. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I don't know. Go ahead before you forget.
No, that was it. I was just saying that, the reason, it's like they don't they hide the truth. They don't want everything to be known because then they put everything out there, the truth, then it would change all the perspective, like Christopher Columbus. He gets a holiday
I
pass.
was just gonna say that. You right on, my brother. Christopher
It's like,
Columbus was
yeah.
down in the Americas. He didn't. I'm like, and then to me, it kills me when they say somebody discovered something. I'm like, how you gonna discover something if somebody was already there? Oh, I discovered it. No, you didn't. You you traveled someplace you had never been and found a new location. But now you're gonna try to take it over.
Mhm.
What I'm saying.
So Jada said. So how deep you want me to go? Oh, she's talking about the book say the pilgrims were the first. I don't know the black man was.
You know. Anyway, we all know the game, and so it's important that we teach our children, no matter what ethnicity we are, so that they won't be able to pull the wool over their eyes. And it's important for you to not just study the book they give you, but go and do other research too.
Yeah, but
Like, come on. I
because
know I
like
did with my children. I shoot. That was our bedtime, and when we
mhm.
needed something to read, hey, let's read this, talking
Yeah.
about and scientists and politicians, not just entertainment stuff. They love to put that up. They do.
you know, um, I think went up to third grade. like from elementary school, go from first grade to fifth grade. So I think maybe first grade, and then when I got to third grade, that's when it got more deep. Like my teacher, Miss Leather, she was old school. She was like the same age as my grandma. Um, she actually she made us really learn about Black history. Really, I mean, really get into it. And like she
Right.
had this booklet, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had
I'm
this booklet, and it had like labeled all the Black history and like what everybody did, like Benjamin Banneker, from Benjamin Banneker,
Mhm.
like Martin Luther King, everybody. It's like, I mean, I and the cool thing, what she did was she made it a competition. She made us wait to make us learn it. She said like whoever has the best score on the test or whatever, she would take them to McDonald's to win. I thought it was really cool. We were
Mhm.
competing hard too, trying to learn it. I was like, that was really a really fun way to make us learn you know, like,
I know. One of my teachers did a play and we was in, and I was given the character Harriet Tubman. And so my mother had to dress me, and we was at the school auditorium, and I remember standing there with this big cardboard that said they had the letter T on it, and
mhm.
I said, T is for Harriet Tubman, Chief Engineer of the Underground Railroad. I remember all of that. My mother was like, yay, yay, baby.
Harriet Tubman.
hmm
Harriet Tubman.
So yeah, I like how your teacher put that incentive on it to help you.
Yeah, Miss Leather. She was really. I really enjoyed her teacher. See, it was Miss Leathers and Miss Price was like her assistant teacher or whatever, And it was really fun when I had them. When I had Miss Leathers, she was like one of my favorite all time. Cause my mama was really got to know Miss Leathers. I guess because she was like grandma, the same age as grandma. So my mom really got along. So my mama really got to know her and Miss Price really well. Which was really cool. Yeah,
hmm
yeah, third grade was fun. I was like, man, Miss Leathers, she didn't take nothing too. I was like, yeah, I said, these kids now, that's who they need a Miss Leathers like her. I mean, a teacher. She didn't play Miss Leathers. It was one girl, she mouthed off at Miss Leathers. Oh, Miss Leathers. Ooh, I said, boy, these kids, boy. Oh,
So it wasn't you. It wasn't you. It was
no, it wasn't me. I think what these kids now couldn't handle them Miss Leathers. Oh God, she take them down. Miss Leathers boot. She was a real nice lady. I mean, she reminded me. It's like, and there was a librarian called Miss Hodge. No, Miss Hart, and she reminded me of. I didn't realize. See, she was like the librarian lady, and we had to take this test, and she was there, and she kind of helped me out a little bit, trying to give me a hint on the test or whatever it was. She was a real nice lady. She liked me. And she reminded me of grandma. And I actually remember for the first time, somebody, is like as far as a grandmother, like I actually called her. I didn't realize, but I called her grandma. I didn't realize because I guess she reminded me so much of grandma.
Mhm,
I remember saying, I remember grandma had slipped out. I said, Grandma. I
mhm.
sure did. It's like, wow. Because I guess she reminded me so much of grandma, you know.
What she say? The devil is alive. What did she say? She probably wanted a little grandson like you.
She was a nice lady, Miss Hart. But yeah, that's the first time I remember calling somebody grandma other than my actual grandma. That was the first time. But
Well, I'm looking for a grandbaby. You have any that I can buy? Because
Bye.
I don't think. Well, my son, like he broke up with his last girlfriend, and I was just like, oh man, I thought that was the one. No grandbabies.
Mm-mm,
Uh-uh. I thought they was gonna really, get close and tie the knot, and
mm-hmm,
nope. I'm like, well, okay, he still got time, but do I? Because I want to be able to play with the baby and dress it, and I'm really hoping that I can get a girl grandbaby first. That's what I want. I
What?
want a girl,
Wait a minute.
just
You do a hair and
just
all.
like a doll, just like a doll. Yep.
That's just wrong.
Hmm.
Do a hair and all.
What is J Dub saying? I saw it jump saying.
She
Oh,
said
okay.
about Obama. Why didn't he get the 40 acres and a mule? What a reputation. Wait. Oh, reputation. Reparation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He gave it to one city.
Yeah, man, J Dub. I just, I'm gonna stay happy. Yeah, I feel. I know you're right. I'm just like I'm gonna stay happy. Mm.
I see a lot of stuff, but it's like, yeah. And I see all
Yeah.
the stuff that goes in the White House. But that's the thing too. I see it. When all that stuff came on, like back, I never recall ever watching CNN so much when it came down to 45 and all the other stuff and the insurrection and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
people were waiting for the votes for Biden or whatever, and I never recall watching it so much. And like after that, I can't look at CNN. I had too much because it was just when that pandemic and everything just went crazy. It's like, oh man.
Mhm.
I said I just try to keep my peace because if I sit there and just get sucked into it'll suck it right away. So I gave myself a limit. I shut it all off. So the only time I see it maybe if it pops up on YouTube, but I don't go looking for it. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because sometimes watching too much of it can be depressing, and you already have enough in your day sometimes.
Yeah,
That's frustrating. So you don't want all of that.
yeah.
I watch it. I try to watch no more than a half hour a day because I need to stay informed. That's the only reason
Like
that
what's
I
going
watch it.
on.
And some would say, "Well, why you have to be informed?" I'm like, because I'm that type of person. I want to know,
Yeah,
what's going on.
like going around on in town in the city or whatever. I that's the thing too. My Uncle Dwight said it years ago too, and I felt the same way. That reason why I couldn't look at the news because it's always depressing. Like they'll say, "Stay tuned," like a child or whatever was shot or killed, then they go right into the sports. It's like, man, wait a minute, you just said it.
Yeah, right,
I,
right.
because it's always negative news. It was never. I mean, that's what the news is, but it's like, I couldn't take it. That's why I don't look. I
Mhm.
try to look at the news, son, but it just couldn't really. I look at it, but
Well, you
I,
know what? Try the world news, or try just the top level news, and not
mhm.
your local news. Maybe that'll make it better, and then you can be aware of what's going on. Um, JW, you're exactly right. I always taught mine. Always. I didn't just leave it up to the school system because from day to day you don't know what they're being taught or not taught.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, I was just agreeing with her. I see that she said she keep it with the women. Yeah.
Oh, Tammy brought it up too. She said ever since like the school systems want to take God out, like take God out of it or whatever, and then said like she said, I think where I was getting the impression I was getting like she was saying that's why things are much worse now because they took God out of school and something like that. I think she was saying that. Tammy,
I agree with that, but who said that?
Tammy was telling me that, like, cause
Oh,
I yeah,
Tammy. I thought you said Terry.
no,
Okay.
Terry, no, I'm sorry, yeah, Tammy was saying that. And yeah, I said I noticed that too because I remember years like back at least 10 years back on the news, like it was something like the parents were taking their kids out of school when they started bringing that up. I remember it was on the news somewhere, like parents were taking these kids out of
Mhm.
school. It's like wow,
Well, see, what I didn't like was they let me see. I can't remember if it was the AFL-CIO or who it was, but it was the people. Yeah, somebody brought a lawsuit, and so basically they were saying that because this is a diverse community here. Why are we forcing, the students, to pray, or to say a prayer? And so my thing was always, so you mean to tell me that you still have to say the Pledge of Allegiance, which has the phraseology, one nation under God,
Mm,
indivisible, you know, and
mm.
then you're gonna say, oh, but you can't pray. You can't say a prayer to the God you say that you're under. Come on. Mm-mm.
Yeah, J Dub. Yeah, cursive writing is gone. Yeah, like everything's like touch screen, touch pads. Like, do the kids even know how to write or whatever? Because that's one thing I'm glad I learned how to write. I still write in cursive and everything, print. You know, even though everything's all touch screens and don't really require much. Everything is touch. It's like it took away. Yeah, it's like.
My son is awful at cursive writing. His signature looks awful because they took it out
Mhm.
of school right during the time when I was trying to, show him and work with him, and I asked them about it, and they said, "Oh, that's not a requirement anymore." I'm like,
That's. I was like, wow. You still got to know how to write because what if you have to write your name on a piece of paper, required to write cursive, somewhere that's not electronic, but that's the thing, electronic. But what if you ran into that situation where it wasn't electronic, you had to physically use a pencil or a pen and write your name cursive or print or whatever.
I think everything the kids do now in school, I don't think they write much of anything. I think they're using those little computer modules and the tablets and things like
Yeah,
that with
that's
the
bad too.
keyboards to them. I really do. So everything has changed.
Yeah, no more paper and pen. Yeah, it's all tablet. Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's what. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is print. I mean, if you not print or whatever, print something on paper. But I appreciate the time I came up. It's like I know that it comes up all the time. Like I see it on Facebook. Some people they had those little post memes or whatever saying where they trade their childhood for today. I was like, no, I would not.
No, no, no. I love playing outside. Now my son played outside, and there were still kids outside when he was playing. But now when you drive through neighborhoods, you
Yeah,
don't. It's eerie. There are no kids outside playing.
inside on the computers or whatever touchpad. I even see little kids like 4 or 5 in the grocery store with an iPad or an iPhone in their hand playing with it. I was like, my gosh, are you serious?
That's the babysitter. That's the babysitter. So now think about it. If they don't have it, then they lose their mind. If it's not some type of activity where something is beeping and booping and music is playing and all of that, then
Mhm.
can they concentrate in a real classroom?
I know I know they got short attention spans. I never seen so many people with short attention spans. It's like, good gosh, it's like if you're not constantly doing something every so you, wow, yeah, I think that's
And
interfere with the
from what I
constant.
understand, they have a new math that they've been teaching. And so if I was going to try to tutor someone with mathematics, I would have to learn the new way they're teaching it.
Date upset. Here's a question for both of you: if you had to choose one right now to run this country, build a farm, which would it be? Baby booms or Gen X? Hmm.
Baby boomers had the most experience in it, so
Yeah.
but some of them are like they have. mm, I'd like it to be a combination, but some of them just want to keep everything archaic. So I'd probably say keep on some of the baby boomers to support the Gen X, which is what they usually do in business. They'll have the baby boomers teach the Gen Xers how
Mhm.
to do things and before they lay them off.
Yeah.
But they have all the experience, and that's why they keep some people around for the experience sake.
Keep the old school
Because
around.
wisdom and experience is worth more anytime than just training and
Yeah.
education.
Yeah. I appreciate the older generation. I sure do. I really do. And I know it's too like it's always a comparison. Matter of fact, me and my buddy Wolf was having lunch one day, and and it was
I
just funny.
remember.
It was an old song, and I told him, and I said it was funny how the guy he like a millennial, he guessed the song, and Wolf didn't. Me and Wolf like the same age, but it's not just that, but it's like I've seen it a lot where it's like I've seen like they say like the millennials and post millennials. I've seen like we're a little lazier than the other older generation. Like they want everything to come to them. They don't want to work for it. It's not all of them, but I've seen, that kind of mindset or like this
Mhm.
sloth mode where just what I mean. Like they just
Yeah,
everything.
they're the microwave society. You
They,
know, like if you look at like okay, I'll just put my son in it. My son now he wants to throw everything into the microwave.
yeah.
um, but then when it comes down to a big dinner, say like Thanksgiving or Christmas, then he's like, uh, Ma, how long this take? You gonna cook it? I'm like, oh, now if you want it to taste good, you got to do it the old-fashioned way. You can't use the microwave.
I know.
Oh, oh.
I agree. You can't microwave everything. It's like and food tastes better to me, like cooking on the stove top or whatever. Like I
Yeah.
use the microwave if I have to like to heat something up quick, but I prefer on the stove top, in general, or whatever, bake it or whatever, but not Mike. It's like and it
I
takes
see you, Jacob. Yeah.
the microwave babies, yeah.
She
Everything
said
has
she
to be
laughing. Oh,
everything has to be
yeah.
instant, quick, quick, quick. It's like how, I would hate, what, like Patrick brought up, I would hate to see an apocalypse where it came down where you had to there weren't no microwaves, everything broke down. You had to physically like build a fire or whatever, or you couldn't use no microwave. That ooh,
I'm actually concerned about that because my father used to always try to get me to come
mm-hmm,
home during the time where he was setting the garden up for the next, the next spring and everything. And I never was there, so he knew how to live off the land.
yeah,
As far as vegetation,
right,
he didn't know anything about livestock, but he knew about produce.
mm-hmm,
I never learned that, so now if something goes down and you can't get food trucks through, I don't know how to do it.
yeah,
Electronics made them lazy because, like you said, that's the new. Mm-hmm.
shoot.
Doughboy, unacceptable.
So it's like
So,
regression, like
yeah.
taking away the cursor, right? It's like, man, they,
Now I have my best friend's grandmother.
mm-hmm,
Um, grew grew up during the Great Recession. She said she was a little girl. She said she doesn't remember them ever having any recession. They just lived life,
mm-hmm,
day by day. But that's because she grew up on a farm.
right. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
So I would like to try my hand. I'm telling you guys, if I could see if I can get it. No, where I'm at right now, it's not zoned for that. But
Mhm.
about a half a mile from me, it's zoned where you can actually have chickens, and I know a man that has them.
Oh
I would
wow,
like to try my hand at some hens. I really would,
I thought about
you
that
know.
doing some farming. Like get my own, get a couple acres or something because get away from the city and just have an air, or something. Because
And just
you know
make sure if you do that, you have you two meat eating dogs. Hmm.
have what?
Two meat eating dogs and a rifle, a shotgun at least.
Oh yeah, I have it hooked up because it's like I was telling somebody it seemed like it's just more peaceful being away from the city, like having some, cause like,
Oh, wait a minute. J Dub said won't let her come up. You gotta fix that.
oh, okay. Oh, the
Well,
drop the
there's
link.
something wrong
Oh,
with the link.
okay, let me drop it in there. Drop the
Hmm.
link. Mm-mm. Drop the link. Okay. Okay, there's the link. Jada, I put it back. I don't know what happened. So, but there's the link. Drop the link. Mm-mm.
But yeah,
Drop.
I would like to. I could live off of like, okay, say if I had some hens and I had a rooster.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just have to know when to stop using the eggs and let a couple of them actually incubate so that I could have um younger hens and another rooster because they're gonna pass after
Yeah.
so long and I don't know what that time frame is.
Yeah.
But you gotta have a rooster if you want to have chickens because they
Mhm.
have to fertilize the eggs.
Yeah.
But that would be nice. So I would always have eggs. I would always have some poultry to eat. And then I'm thinking if I had a couple of goats, if I'm not really a milk drinker, but the goats would provide milk and they're not huge like cows.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I wonder if you guys ever thought about that. Cliff, is your land um zoned for that? I mean, I would expect so up there, but I don't know. Cause I guess you know what they have cities and stuff too. So
In the
like
city.
Bangor, if you're in the city limits of Bangor, Maine, well, I guess you probably couldn't. But if you're on the out,
Hmm.
maybe you could. It keeps saying that she needs an app.
And it should just be able to click right on it because it's right there and just come right on. Just click on the link and it'll bring you right in. Uh huh.
Okay, try this. Try this. Try this. Try to copy that link and then bring up a different browser and try to come in.
Yeah, because I'm using Chrome, but now I know it don't like Safari. For some reason StreamYard and Safari don't work as far as desktop, but I know StreamYard works just fine. Even streaming live, it works fine on the mobile on the phone Safari app on the phone versus on the desktop, which
Mm,
I can't figure out why. So,
mm.
yeah.
But Shannon, did any of people have that type of experience? Like with farming or produce, growing things like that.
My granddad, he had two gardens. He would keep up. He'd grow gardens. He was good too. He would grow stuff. So like I guess my mom, they were little. He started doing his garden. So hey, when I was coming up, like little, I'd be at his up the house, especially like summertime or winter. He always had stuff. He would tell us. He would give us stuff all the time. He would grow vegetables and do fruit all the time. His two gardens.
Mhm.
He was good at it too. He had a green thumb for it. He really did. I used to sit there and watch him and help him. Actually, could I help him water the garden like in the summertime when I visit or whatever? I said, great day.
Mhm.
Can I help you water? I go out there with him. He'd get all his stuff done. He'll plow or whatever, get his mow the grass, and it's like he always enjoy out there. Like he wait till it get cool down. We go inside and watch some soaps or whatever, and let kill off some time. He'd take a nap. He'd get up, and then we go outside and he would do his garden, water him down again. He has water hose, he turn it on. It was just cool just watching like he was so relaxed doing it, watering in the garden.
Mhm.
I
He
had
enjoyed that. My husband enjoys gardening.
yeah.
That's one of his hobbies. Mhm.
You can tell it's just so nice. It's like in the summertime, just the water and stuff, out there with
Mhm.
vegetables in the garden. It was really fun, doing that. Yeah.
But you didn't actually learn from him, though. You just kind of like helped out here and there.
Yeah, but I end up picking up. Well, my mom had a garden too. Grandma had one too. My mom growed some. She had a friend. He would come over and plow the turn the dirt over and stuff. But she could do it. My mom did it some, but my granddad was really good with it. I
Well,
ended up picking.
you better learn. You better learn before they go. I'm telling you, you better
No,
learn,
no.
Shannon.
See what I was saying. I took a landscape. I did some landscaping like years ago, over like 15 years ago. I did landscape, and they showed us how like with plants and stuff like flowers or whatever. So I got more into it because it made me think about my granddad. Planting because we had to do the landscaping, the geraniums, and all that, the different flowers. And so it gave me an idea to start doing plants like. I used to do pot plants like do peppers like hot peppers and stuff. And Jennifer did it. It was really fun. Got into it. I got really good at it. With the pepper
That's
plant.
what's up. That's cool. That's cool.
Oh
I
yeah.
know you and Cynthia. Cynthia was supposed to. She supposed to send you some ghost peppers. Uh,
No.
uh,
I told her the experiment I was gonna try. I played
uh,
around with it. I need to go back and play around with it some more. See, I need to go back and tweak some stuff. But yeah, it's an experiment. I think
wow,
it'll
that's some gardening you can do to burn your eyes out, boy.
work. I love them hot peppers. And see, uh, hey, what's up, J Dub? Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Hey, J Dub, you there? Microphone check,
we
check.
can't hear you, Jay.
Okay, here we go. I can hear
Oh,
y'all now.
There she is.
Y'all go ahead. I don't want to interrupt y'all on that.
oh, now just
Yeah,
saying about these peppers.
we're glad you're here.
Yeah,
You coming in? But
I
yeah.
wanted to I wanted to tell y'all something.
Mm-hmm.
When I took my oldest to get her learner's license,
Yeah.
common sense, you need proof of residence, birth certificate, social security card, right?
Yeah.
So I took her down there with all of that. We waited in line. They called us up there, and that's when they instructed me, oh, ma'am, you're going to need the drug test from her school, and you're going to need to pick up her attendance sheet. She can't have over 3 unexcused absences, or she's automatically not qualified, right?
Wow.
So I said, okay. First of all, I've never been sent home a letter for anybody to drug test my child. So I go to the school and I told them this is what I need. And I said, listen, they're telling me that I need a drug test, but there was never a letter sent home for me to sign off on anything for like that. Oh, ma'am, we don't need you to sign that off. Your child is drug tested in middle school and in high school. So
Wow.
I learned something else that day. The principal even told me if your child fails that drug test in middle school or high school, they will not graduate. And I
Wow.
said, and so
Oh,
you don't inform the parent? No, ma'am, we don't have to. But yet the child
wow.
is supposed to go all the way through school thinking they're going to graduate. Then graduation day comes and they find out they don't graduate. Oh, but it gets better.
Hmm.
So now the kids, they're off in high school, and my kid comes home and says, "Mom, they said I got to have 100 hours of community service in order to graduate." I said, "Say what?" So I go to the school. They told me, yeah, that she could work here. Well, not work, but she could go to this place, this place, this place to get the community service.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hmm.
both of my girls had to do 100 hours of community service, which is free labor, in order to get
Hmm.
their diploma.
Wow.
Wow.
But now let's
J
get
Dub,
back
what state is this? What state is
Georgia,
this?
Georgia. So now
Wow.
let's get back to the license. We're at the license, right?
Mhm.
So first of all, they had to take this test. It was called the Joshua Law test. They had to do it at home. It cost me $300. You are timed on this test, so if you don't get done in the test in a timely manner, that's $300 just gone.
Oh.
And then there was another test that was 150. I forgot the name of it, but it was also an online test. And we had to print out that they passed the test or whatever, take it to the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll
then
be
it
right
got
back. Y'all somebody's at my door. Sorry about that, J Dub.
all right. Then it got time so she passed, then it gets time for her to sign. And I'm standing there, I was like, wait a minute. She's never learned how to sign her name. And they said, oh, ma'am, they don't have to sign anymore. They can print her name. But I said, anybody can print her name.
Oh,
Anybody, you know.
yeah, yeah.
But this is how our kids are being brought up.
I know. It's like I'm, even though I know with the touchpad and like and everything is electronic, but that still should be standard.
Right.
It's like it don't make no sense because, like you said, your daughter didn't know how to do cursive. It was like, and that's the thing. You get into that situation where where there's no electronic, you have to actually physically write, and then that's the thing that's been taken away from them. It's like, oh my gosh.
Well, it's a good thing that both of mine did learn how to write before they took it out of the school. Thank
Yeah.
God they did learn how to write. But these kids right now that are in school,
Yeah.
there's no more paper and pen. It's all tablet. And they get, well, it's like a laptop. They
Mm-hmm.
call it a tablet. I'm not sure why, but the kids come home with that laptop.
Mm-hmm.
There is no paper and pen anymore. And like Kim was speaking about earlier about the math.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. These kids would come home with some math, and they would tell them, "You got to do the math this way," and I'm like, "No, you're gonna do it this way. This is the way I was taught how to do it." And they said, "No, Ma, we got to show our work. Can you help us?" I said, "Listen, if I can't help you the way I know it, you're gonna have to go on Google and get the answer."
Yeah. Like that's the thing right there. I first started hearing about Google like back in 2003. Somebody said, Google it. I'm like, Google what? Because I
Yeah.
was so used to Yahoo
Right.
engine. That's what I was used
And
to.
AOL. Don't forget about AOL.
Yeah, AOL.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, really? It's
Yeah.
like it's crazy. It's like I know somebody made a video a couple years ago saying Google is your mother now. What? Wait a minute.
Right.
Like you can go to Google and ask Google anything. It's like it's scary and I guess good at the same time. But like I remember we had to go to the library. We had to physically go down there and look it up
Right.
and put the work in, which I'm glad I did because that's really helpful. Learn how to be resourceful.
Me too.
It's
I
like,
even had, remember those little cards that we had where we had to check the book out?
yeah, and they would
Right.
stamp it. Yeah, like check if it was late from the library. Yeah.
Yep.
Library cards. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember. Oh, and like in high school, like if you were late on your fees, now I'm bringing that back up about, daughter not graduating. About,
That's another part of it.
like they would make you pay. Now, if you hadn't had your fees paid up, you couldn't graduate. That was the only thing, but it was never no thing, not at that time about no drug test, whatever.
And speaking of fees, my neighbor's daughter just graduated this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess how much the senior fees was?
How much?
Take a guess.
600, 700,
More.
1,500.
1,200.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
$1,200 is
That includes, the senior prom, the senior field trip, the cap and gown, the diploma,
oh my God.
the tassels, not the tassels, the cords, that your child might get.
Oh, the like the honors they wear around their neck or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
$1,200.
Good gosh, that's I couldn't even thought that number in my senior year. 12. That wow, it's like for senior year, like for senior week, if you were going like whatever it was, if they wanted to go to the movies, they just had money. I guess kids either if they didn't have a job, they asked their parents for the money, whatever, but not to that extreme. I mean, for the whole year. Good Lord.
But Shannon, you got to look at the extremes now. When you when you go on another website, you see these kids at prom now. You see the luxurious cars that the parents or somebody's done went and got them.
Mm-hmm.
You see the dress, how it's made a certain way, and the boys matching.
Yeah.
So you got to take that into consider. That's money too.
Yeah. Whew.
Then the graduation party at home,
Yeah. I remember graduation party. It was fun. We had it at the house, and then like for the seniors who graduated, They had a thing called Project Graduation, and that's where all the people who graduate seniors, whatever, went down to the hotel, the convention
Yep.
center or whatever, and they
Yep. To the ballroom.
yeah, they had events and stuff going on for. I was like, which was fun, but that's the thing. When I graduated, in my mind, because it was all so fresh, it didn't register. It finally took a while to register that I actually graduated, high school, but it didn't feel like it because I've been so used to bogged down trying to have homework and stuff done and like that mindset of school, just the routine. And now like I'm actually done, because I've been doing the routine, like getting up, going to school, trying to get my homework and stuff done, make sure I graduate and everything. It's like that mindset. Now I actually graduate now. Like, what's this?
And then Kim had said something earlier about,
Yeah.
do you think you have that green thumb, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you this. I believe at some point in life when we were younger, we were all taught by grandma and granddaddy.
Yeah.
We were taught how to get out there in the field and do this and do that. And, on them hot summer days, we'd be sitting on the porch doing the snap peas, I remember we'd have a big basket full and we'd be shucking the corn and helping grandma get it in the mason jars and stuff. Would I know how to do it today? Probably not.
Yeah. I actually remember stuff. I actually remember paying attention to a lot of stuff, like stuff my mom did, whatever, the cans, mason jars, whatever. Yeah, I paid attention. It's like I didn't realize how much I was paying attention until like my memory starts coming back. Like when I started doing like the garden, like when I was doing landscaping with the flowers and stuff, all that stuff with my granddad, it all started coming right back it came right to me,
Right.
Then I started doing the thing with the pepper, the potting the plants with the peppers. I did tomato too. Everything was coming out. I was like, man, I even did I think one of the things I love from landscaping was lantanas. You ever heard of those lantana flowers?
I think I have.
Those are flowers is like they bloom like different, really pretty colors, like purple and yellow. But the thing about those flowers, the hotter it gets, the faster they grow. And that's the thing I love about lantanas. Yeah, wow. I was really blown away with it. I was like, I've never heard all these years. I never heard of no flowers like that. But yeah, the hotter it gets, the quicker they'll grow. And I caught on to it. I ended up planting some lantanas, and it was really nice. I haven't done it gardening in a couple of years, but I like to pick back up on it, get some potted plants or whatever, and do it. Because
I got another question. I'm gonna try to wait till Kim comes back and try to keep it on my mind because I'm gonna bring up an old memory. See if y'all remember.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm getting old, so hopefully I can remember.
Oh, you ain't old.
So I'm getting old. These kids done put me through HELL and back.
Funny.
Lordy.
J-Dubs in house. Yeah, I gotta check that video, the friend mail, because I've been seeing those videos pop up with your friend mail.
We got Christina in the house. Hey, Christina.
Hey, how you doing, Christina?
She's got a good channel, Shannon.
Oh, okay. Hey, how you doing? I appreciate you coming by, Christina Skiles. Yeah, I appreciate you coming by. Hope everything is all right today for you.
Yeah, she's got two dogs and a beautiful home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I was, like me and Kim talking about it. Like I was telling somebody too, a friend of mine, get away from the city, just to have like some land or something.
I'm getting ready to get away sooner than you think.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like real soon.
Had enough of the city and the city.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but it's like I know things the world's been crazy, but when that pandemic hit, that's where like it just went buck wild. Wow.
Look at what she said, Shannon. Look what she said.
She said, I just watched your friend man pop. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
That's good. That's good. It was perfect timing then.
Yeah. Dog. What kind of dog you got, Christina?
You got two of them.
Two of them. Not one, but two,
Do you know the name of my oldest cat, Shannon?
What's not Oscar, is it?
Yep, that's him. And she's got a dog named Oscar.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Oscar.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, I didn't see you call him what King Oscar.
Yeah, we got his name is really Oscar Mayer. And then we got Luna Tuna, but I call him King Oscar and Princess Luna.
Oh, I like that Princess Luna in the city. Big old Atlanta. It's like I know everybody's moving to ATL, Hot Lances. Everybody.
Ain't nothing left here. Ain't nothing.
Oh wow, it
No.
just dried up.
Ain't nothing here but some trouble.
You know, hey, you ever watch that show called Atlanta? Used to come on that TV series, Atlanta.
What's it called?
Atlanta. Donald Glover directed it. It's about Atlanta. It's called Atlanta. It had, I think they made up to like 3 seasons of it, and like basically, Donald Glover, the actor, he's like being a manager for a paper boy, a rapper who lives in Atlanta. They showing you the life how it is, like giving insight in the life in Atlanta. All the stuff went down. Like there was one episode where they go to they start the episode off where the two guys go basically they made an order at Mrs. Winters, but whatever he said it was the code for he wanted to buy drugs. So he pulled up or whatever. Next thing you know, the guy pulled out his machine gun and started shooting at he opened fire on the guy at the window who taking his order. I was like, oh wow.
I believe it.
I was like, so that's gangster. They was down at Mrs. Winters. It wasn't Bojangles, it was Mrs. Winters.
Wow.
Oh yeah, in the episode, that's what and out the gate. That's how they started out. I was like, wow.
Okay, Kim. Now that you're back, here's a question, so I don't forget. Christina said, "Is that on Netflix, Shannon?"
I don't know. I think we was on Hulu. The way I remember, it might. I don't think I saw it on Netflix. It might be on Hulu. The last I remember, but Atlanta seasons 1, 2. I haven't seen the new.
With Danny Glover. Glover.
Christina. It's Donald Glover. You know, he's an actor. You know,
Donald Glover.
Yeah, Donald Glover. I forgot his like rap.
Did they call it the ATL, Shannon?
Yeah, Atlanta, ATL, Atlanta. Yeah, ATL. Yeah, now you say Hot Atlanta. I know people say Hot Atlanta, ATL, but the show is called Atlanta. Donald Glover, the actor. It's really good.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's really good from what I remember. And they touched on everything in there. They even brought up Juneteenth in there in one of the episodes.
Wow,
it's deep. It's pretty cool. But yeah, go ahead, JW. You said you want to ask something.
Yeah, because you was talking about the Atlantis, right? That's what it's called.
Atlanta.
No, the flower you were talking about.
Oh, the lantanas.
Lantanas.
Yeah, those are really cool.
When's the last time you and Kim saw a honeysuckle bush?
Oh wow.
When I was in Atlanta.
Shannon?
Probably back home. I don't know. I'm sure
you don't see it. You don't see it no more. They used to be everywhere, not anymore.
Honeysuckle bush. Yeah, probably. I'm sure back home for sure.
Yeah, you know, we used to suck on them things on the way to the bus stop.
Bus stop. Do the bus stop. But yeah. Oh, Kim, J-Dub was telling me the kids they had to pay what? You said $1,200 for
$1,200 for senior dues.
Shoot.
That was this year.
JW, what county you in, if you don't mind?
I'm like downtown. I'm right here by the Georgia Dome. Yes.
Ooh.
I'm right here by the Georgia Dome, off the West End Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm even right here by Tyler Perry Studios.
That's right. You did a video about that, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta go on and see that video. Okay.
And we got Denzel Washington Studios right in behind me.
What? Denzel Washington Studios?
Right.
Well, J-Dub, I'm trying to get back down to Atlanta. I lived there
Don't
for
come.
about 10 years of my life. J-Dub, I got a house down there. I gotta go.
Oh gosh. Because I'm fixing to get up out of here.
You know where I live? I lived I heard it ain't well. Lawrenceville. You ever hear of Lawrenceville and Gwinnett
Oh, that's
County?
a good area. That's out there near Stone Mountain.
Oh, Stone Mountain. I had a
Well,
buddy. Stone Mountain.
it take us about 20 minutes to get to Stone Mountain, but we're like north east, so it's like going toward Mall of Georgia. We're
Right,
before you get there. Yeah.
right,
We're near Discover Mills. That's
right.
where we are.
Up there past
Hmm.
Gwinnett and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Is the underground still around? That mall underground?
Oh, that's been gone for years.
Really? Oh wow! I've been to the underground, but wow,
There's nothing down there, and there's nothing here anymore but skyscrapers. That's it.
skyscraper
Wow.
bombed out completely. Like what Detroit? People at work were telling me how Detroit is like bombed out too. I guess you know what I'm saying. I don't know. Ain't much going on in Detroit. Oh, I keep hearing so.
They're trying to build it back up from what I understand, but it was super, super bad. Yeah.
Right.
Atlanta.
Well, when the car auto companies left, I mean, that's what
Yeah.
happened. It was like ghost town.
Yeah, we Ford left, and now we got Mercedes Benz and Porsche.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Wow.
goodness for that.
Atlanta. Last time I strolled through there, it was like 2016, heading down to Universal. And like we stopped at a Bojangles in Atlanta. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. So I had to have some Bojangles stopped in Atlanta.
The only one in Atlanta is Fulton Industrial.
Fort Industrial. Okay.
It was near an airport that used to be called Charlie Brown Airport.
Mm-hmm. So is Bojangles still near you? No, Mrs. Winters is near you, right? By you.
We've only got one left.
What? Mrs. Winters shutting down? Oh,
Yeah. Only one still exists.
good. I love Mrs. Winters. Mm-hmm. I put
Do
Mrs.
you
Winters.
all still have Red Lobster? Because they closed down two of them next to me.
I'm not sure if we do. I'm not sure. It's kind of on
Yeah,
the
they said they.
outskirts of the. Ain't no restaurants in the city. It's on the outskirts.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's, I
They
think I
said
remember.
they was closing down 48 in the United States, and two of them was right near me. I'm like, what? Okay.
Mm, mm. Tyler Perry Studios.
I just found out that Kohl's. Y'all remember that store called Babies R Us?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just found out that Kohl's bought them, and somebody did buy Toys R Us. So if you ever go into a Kohl's now, they got Babies R Us inside of Kohl's.
Oh wow, because I remember they
Okay.
shut down a couple of years ago, and Toys R Us, Baby R Us, and
Yeah.
years like a couple of years back.
Amazon and Walmart online shut down Toys R Us. People were buying all them toys online.
Right.
Mhm.
Well,
I
what
just,
do y'all think? Go ahead, Shannon. Go ahead, Shannon.
I just said I miss Toys R Us. That's all.
What do y'all think
I know
about?
you do. That was your school. I'm sorry, J Dub.
Mhm.
Oh, you go ahead, Kim.
Now I wasn't saying nothing. I'm just messing with Shannon. I was like, yeah, 'cause that was your store. You used to shop at Baby's House all the time. They had your size.
Please clear the line. Thank you.
What do y'all think about AI taking over everything now?
Oh, I can't. Oh,
Baby. Go ahead, Shannon.
I was gonna say, me and Patrick was talking about that. How like all the pictures I make fun of a lot of people at work. Like I have fun doing it on the phone, like physical Photoshop versus AI. He was talking about that. Like he was saying like people more into AI than like versus doing the work, like playing with Photoshop. But I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing. It just depends because it can be scary too. The AI looks so believable, like then versus you know what I mean? Like because
Well,
some
have you not been to a fast food restaurant yet that's being ran by AI? There's no humans in there.
uh-uh.
I haven't yet, but I saw them on a video.
Okay.
I'm like, wow.
I know we got kiosks like with steak and shakes now. These kiosks are taking over, and like which I kind of enjoy, but I still like going up to the counter and actually ordering them versus like going to a machine and placing my order. But the steak and shakes got those kiosks. You place your order, and then you just wait for your name and your number, and they give you your food. You pay for it, everything at the kiosk, you know.
Oh
I
yeah,
know you miss harassing people, Shannon. I know.
But
uh, they got the robot bringing you the food to the table now.
oh no, I don't know if I could take that. Uh-uh.
Yeah.
No. I feel like it's a handicap. You know, with the AI stuff is a handicap, and plus it's taking people out of work. I think I think it's a good
That's
thing and
my
a bad
point.
thing. It's a good thing and a
Yeah.
bad thing because, like, you go to a lot of these fast foods. A lot of the workers, some of them don't want to work. They got lazy
Right.
attitude. I can see why they will put that in place because they don't have to deal with if the workers are slacking off because if it's the robots, they know the robots are working or whatever, replacing people. So I think it's good and bad.
Well, here's another thing. We recently had 32 hospitals just shut down, completely shut down.
Wow, 32.
Dang.
32. So there's only one level one trauma hospital in the city.
Oh,
So if
wow.
that
You
hospital's
talking
on
about-
diversion, if they're packed, you got to be airlifted to either Macon or Augusta.
Oh, wow.
So the only hospital that you said level 1 trauma is Grady?
Right. That's the only one left.
God.
Yeah. They shut down the
Maybe
old
I
Georgia
can come back.
Baptist, which was the other level one trauma in the city.
Good God.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you remember, Kim, when Grady used to be free?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Oh.
Ooh, I
Oh
hear,
my God.
I hear a little haze just blowing through a desert now. Rolls of haze is blowing through. That's what I hear. Ooh, Atlanta.
Now,
Yeah.
what concerns me also with AI is not only what you guys said, but in addition, well, let's put them out of work, I guess the same thing. But artists, people like that, it's like so AI can copy so much.
I
And
know.
so artists, people that are creative,
Right.
is
And
there gonna
so
be a need for them in
that's a good point because here we used to have artists on the street selling their artwork, right?
Yeah.
And then we would have people out there feeding the homeless. Okay. Long story short, you can no longer do that unless you have a permit to do it.
Mm.
If you get caught, you go to jail.
What for spraying on the vandalism or whatever? Well, spraying on the buildings or whatever.
Feeding the
No, I'm
homeless.
saying people would be out there selling their actual paintings.
Oh,
Saying they'd
wow.
have them laid out on the ground. That like if they made jewelry and stuff, they'd have it spread out
Oh,
on a
okay.
table.
Oh, wow.
But
That's
you have to have an actual vendor's permit now to do any of that.
Oh, wow.
So you gotta pay the city. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Pay
Mm.
me so you can sell your artwork.
Or pay me so I can feed the homeless.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yes. Yeah. So like it's a good thing and a bad thing, but and like I
Well,
keep no go ahead.
we all saw Terminator, and then they keep coming up with these different movies, and I just saw one called Atlas with J Lo on Netflix, and I'm like, they keep talking about this AI, letting it go too
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause the computer gets smart enough to reprogram itself and block everything I want it.
far. Yeah, take you out.
Oh yeah, I wanted to touch on something else when I was saying that they're teaching these kids how to be robots.
Yeah.
My PC tore up a couple years ago, and I just had the black screen. That's all I was getting.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
So I was like, well, might as well put this in the trash. And my daughter was like, for what, Mama? I can fix it. I said, oh God. She took that tower apart and had so many pieces on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
That girl put that tower back together, put the motherboard back together, and all of a sudden my computer was working.
My
Ooh,
girl, my girl.
that's all right. I like that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that she didn't shy away from it. I love it because they always say girls can't, do this, and they're not in the technical field. That girl put that thing back together. Ah. Wonderful.
Lordy.
That's cool, J Dub. Wow. Took it apart and put it right back together.
Hey,
Got the,
that was you shocked or was you just like, okay, like what?
I was sitting there with my mouth on the floor, like she was like, "Cut it on, man." I said, "Okay, we're just gonna still see the same old thing," but I cut it on, and
mm-hmm,
that screen came on, and I was like, I was just speechless.
mm-hmm. I can see your face too.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna say thank you for having me. My grandma keeps trying to call me, Shannon. I need to call her and make sure she's okay.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
I appreciate you coming on, J Dub.
All
Hey,
righty.
Dad, take care, baby. Bye
You
bye.
too, Kim.
Be safe. In the city. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up about the AI because it's a whole new ball game, and like Jennifer had showed me that site with Microsoft. You can like type in like with the Funko Pops. Like I typed it in there. It's just crazy. It's good. It's good. It's good. And I mean, like on one hand, it's good, and then on the other hand, like matter of fact, it was one of the AV conventions I did a few weeks ago. I think it might have been a Sweet and Snacks, and the guy, the representative, whoever he was, the marketing guy, was saying AI is a good thing, like for using it for simulation. You can simulate, like with your business, you can actually do it like a simulation, like you put up numbers and stuff, and it would actually go through the process of showing how much you would sell, the marketing or whatever. If you did a certain product with candy or whatever it was, you actually could actually go through the routine, and like as that actually you put it out into the real world and got real numbers. You can do a real simulation with
Mm.
it. So that's kind of, I say, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it does have its advantages. Like everything has pros and cons. But yeah, that steak and shake, I don't mind
Yeah,
doing it.
like them AIs I see driving on the road next to me. I don't like that.
Yeah, you know what? Scary is too is with AI. I think Mercedes has those. I saw a car like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It's robotic. It can drive itself. And I said that I wouldn't dare get it because look at all the stuff. People can hack stuff with electronics. They can take control. You think you sitting up there sleeping in your car and somebody can hack it and make it do whatever. It's like
And you took the words right out of my mouth. We on the same plane, brother. We on the
yeah,
same plane. Cause
I
that's
don't.
why I'm like, God. It's not that I don't trust it because I know math is math, but people can hack stuff. And you be on a bridge and it be like, turn. And the thing turn off the bridge into the water. Yeah. Mm,
Or like with people's homes.
mm.
I started picking up on that years ago, like with and they even showed it on the news, like people with the garages, like they had the remotes to their garage, but there's people can have it and like they can scan it. I think you can make your garage door, get in. It's like that. Wow. I mean, it was a whole lot of stuff. When I started seeing stuff like that, it just made me think if that can happen, anything can happen to people. But
Yeah.
they were like advising like make your number reprogram it or something, do something with the numbers, keep rotating
Well,
it. Or
I didn't even care about that. Only thing I did was every time whoever was going upstairs last would have to
something.
lock the door.
Yeah,
The
right.
old fashioned way. Never.
Yeah, yeah. Locked the door. Last one alive, locked the door. Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Mm-mm.
It's like I feel like it's a handicap too, because like we were talking about with the iPads and stuff, it's like a handicap. You can't. They don't want you to write cursive, and then now all this other extra stuff is like making you regress, go back. It's like they taking it away from you. Like they don't want you to be human. They just want everything to be robotic, automatic. I don't want that. You know, I
Well,
want
all
to
I
do.
can say is people better get retrained. They better get retooled on how to fix that thing when it go down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, the mechanics of it and everything. And then before you know it, they'll have something you can take it to it and it'll fix it for you. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Technology is scary
And my
too.
mom used to say it all the time. She said every time they show you a movie, 20 years down the lane, it's gonna be here.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when Terminator came out. I'm like, wow. And I remember some other movies where it was just like it wasn't necessarily Terminator, but it was like computer programming taking over.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
So yeah.
robots get smart. You ever see that movie? Will Smith, was it I Robot or
I
whatever it was?
Robot.
Ooh wee. That was something else. It was crazy. He ended up becoming friends with one of the robots to help him defeat the other robots. The catch to that.
Right.
Yeah. But
I think that robot hadn't been put into the same neural network
oh,
because
okay.
that was that uh scientist or that doctor private robot.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
remember when he went up there to see what was going on and everything? It tried to act like the other robots and then it just took off and started running. Yeah. So it was separate from that, neural network.
Yeah.
Mhm. I remember that part when he was driving in that underground tunnel, or in that tunnel, and all them
Mm-hmm.
robots jumped off the truck. Remember that?
Mm, oh yeah. Ooh, yes.
By
Oh,
the way, he's got him and Martin Lawrence got a new movie that's gonna be out June 7th.
the Bad Boys. I know Patrick keep talking about Bad Boys. What Bad Boys for? I think.
Hmm. I don't know what iteration it is, but I would like to see it.
Yeah.
How about you? Are you interested or no?
Yeah, I might see it. I want to go back and look at the first ones, the original when it came out like 94, 95, somewhere. The first Bad Boys. But yeah, I want to. I got to catch. I saw 1 and 2. I need to see. I think I need to see number 3. Can't see the third one.
It's a good idea to go back and review the other one. It's a
Yeah.
good idea. I'm gonna ask my husband does he want to do that.
Mhm. Yeah, that'd be Bad Boys. Bad Boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when Kim comes for you? Oh, run, run, run. Hmm.
But Shannon, are you going to like? Okay, so okay, like J Dub was saying, nobody in the rest. It'll just be all robots. So I'm like, to me, somebody got to go in there and turn them on and make sure everything is doing okay before they leave. But
Yeah.
maybe they got them on a timer. I have no
You
idea. But
know what? And
they
it
got to
right.
get the burgers out of the freezer. So I guess they got something that can open the freezer
Yeah.
and pull the burgers out.
You know what?
You
Actually,
know.
it can't be no different from now how they got robots now for those conveyor belts building cars and stuff. You know, if they can make them
Hmm.
build cars, it shouldn't be that hard to run too hard to run a restaurant. But the way I was looking at it too, because some of these restaurants, fast food places, I can see why they might start doing that because me and Patrick talk about it all the time, like the nasty service we get. They need to have some AI over at that Burger King. that, I'm saying because like I was saying earlier, like you get that mentality, lazy, or they forget. It's like they're in such a hurry to give you your food or whatever in the bag. They forget the napkins or maybe a straw or something. They always constant because they're such a hurry. And I said, it's like they mind such everything's got to be fast, 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 but they not thinking like, make sure everything triple, double checking, make sure everything's in there because they forget. It's like, oh my,
Hmm.
I said maybe the robots won't forget because in a sense I can see that, because maybe they're getting tired of dealing, some of the fast food, they're getting tired of probably getting feedback from customers saying, how they say, like, whatever, say local, whatever, Burger King or McDonald's, the employees, the workers are not, they're getting bad customer service. So, so make them think, think about the future of running, having who to run their business, so, versus people versus having AI, maybe it'd be when it come down to it, if they want their business to last, because I've seen it, it's like, man, it's like everywhere I go, it's like like in that time I went to Hardee's and I have asked for a lemonade and I said, this is not lemonade, it was soda or something. And the lady out the gate attitude saying, we don't have lemonade or whatever in there. And it's like they don't, the machine don't put out whatever it was. But I said, this is soda. Because the slot wherever they got the lemonade out, it was soda was coming out. I don't drink soda. So I said, can I just get another lemonade? But she just attitude, it's like things like that. And make me think about the AI robot, maybe sometimes maybe it won't be a bad thing because, I mean, it's like shit, like it was coming out of her pocket, because I've dealt that with another Hardee's with an attitude where the drink I was trying to get and I didn't get the right one, whatever it was. And the guy came off like it was some kind of new drink Hardee's had a few years ago, I guess during the pandemic, and the manager, so the guy called his manager and the manager was like, these drinks are very expensive and he trying to give me a speech how, oh my gosh, it ain't even coming out of your pocket. He trying to give me a
all those drinks are not expensive. That was a lie from the people.
Whatever the drink was. It was some new drink that Hardee's had, and the guy gave me the wrong one. So he went and got the manager. The manager come out, and you see his stomach before you see him coming to the window. Where you order his stomach all on the bump in the window. I'm telling you, it's just the attitude. It's like and that's the thing I don't get. If the customer is saying something not right, can you just check it, try to fix whatever? But now the employees, they get the attitude. And like, did you see that video? It's like maybe 2020 or 21. And so the two ladies, the aunt and the niece, I think this was in Texas somewhere. They went to a Taco Bell late at night and they had their order. So when they was about to leave and they saw everything was right, so they looked back around. And so then the employers, the workers inside, and employees got an attitude. The manager out the gate, because now they parked and came inside and said, hey, our order wasn't right. Could we, try to get it fixed or whatever? So out the gate, I think it was the manager. So she already had a pot of boiling hot water on the stove, and she came and threw it on both of them. Sure did. It's on YouTube somewhere. Yeah, sure did. The manager threw hot boiling water on the both of them, all because the order wasn't right. So she was mad. She didn't like it. So she threw the hot water on them.
That's out of sight there. That's out of sight.
It's on YouTube. Look at that. I couldn't believe it. They just trying to get their order right. That's all they wanted. Which I understand. It wasn't no big deal. It's like they make it like it was a big issue. So they came in, but out the gate, she threw the hot water on him. Sure, they had a pot of boil. So she already had it premeditated. I guess she assumed maybe they're going to come in there and start something. But no, they were just simply trying to, she didn't even hear him out the gate. She took the water. Look it up. I couldn't believe it. And so now they have to suffer for, I forgot, it was so much damage done to, I think more of the aunt than the niece, whatever. But both of them, it was sad. It's messed up. And that's the thing. And with the workers, they get an attitude because they feel like the customer trying to get something it wasn't right. They get an attitude, it's like, and like that one time, that one where the family picked up the dad from the airport, so they wanted to go buy I think it was Popeye's chicken. So they wanted to, just since they the family picked, the mom and the daughter would have picked up, her husband and her dad, they wanted to go out and eat. So he said, let's go buy Popeye's, whatever they was driving. And so they got their food. Like, I think the child was in the back seat of the van. I think the dad was at the wheel, or the mom either, or vice versa. And so it was, the dad said the order wasn't right. So he was willing to pay a little extra, whatever, to get it right or whatever. He was going to go the extra mile. And next thing you know, the girl snapped on him and she pulled out a gun and started firing at him. Sure did. It's on there. And luckily, the way she was shooting the firearm, it didn't hit the daughter because the bullet aimed towards it flew towards the daughter in the back seat of the van or whatever. But then they showed a picture of her, but of course, she's not working it. But it's just the smallest things that people are trying to get this, because you the customer. I mean, that's your hard-earned money. You want it done right. But now it's like you have to deal with this. people that get an attitude because something wasn't right, you know. And the guy wasn't, and the thing is, he wasn't being nasty. He was just saying it could, you know, fix it, you know, he willing to pay whatever, just, you know, get it right. You know, he wasn't being mean, just being polite, just saying, you know, he wanted to get his order right. But out of nowhere, so I think she went to a car and got a gun and started shooting or whatever it is. It's on there on YouTube video. I'm telling you, it's like you have to deal with attitude from the workers because you can see a lot of times, you know, I mean, fast food, but that's what you expect in fast food. But it's like, I've never seen no trouble like with Chick-fil-A. There was always like all the Chick-fil-A's I ever went to is like a well-oiled machine. They got people out there. So if you're pulling up to the drive-thru, they already got people out there taking orders to keep it going, you know, keep everything running smooth. So when you get to the window, your food is ready to go. You don't even have to order at the speaker, you know, because they got the workers out there taking your orders for you all the time. I've never seen no trouble with Chick-fil-A. I said some of these places need to take some notes from Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Hardee's, Burger King. Cause I've never seen no trouble. I've never seen no kind of trouble with Chick-fil-A from what I've seen over the years. Never, you know, with the workers. They keep it moving too. They keep it pushing. They always got people out there and the workers out there ready to take it. Or they got like two lanes. And like, but it's like, man.
I agree with you. I've never seen anything with them either.
So it shows you who really actually take the time to train their workers and train them properly and to do the job right. It shows that it's like, man, Chick-fil-A got it down packed. You know, it's like they take the time to train their workers, you know, the proper way. Like versus, it's like there's like the other fast foods don't do it right. It shows you, you know, all the little holes in their the way they run their system. With McDonald's, I've seen with Burger King versus Chick-fil-A got it like number one, like on top. They got the game down, like how to do stuff the proper way. Because like if something wasn't there, I say, hey, could I get a napkin or something wasn't right? I've never had no complaints or nothing. They'll fix it for you. They'll take a few more minutes or whatever, but they'll get it straight. I've never had no trouble with them. And like, you know, if something wasn't right or whatever, you know, I just add something to it, you know.
They trust them for that because they're always happy to do anything you ask them to do, you know.
Yeah, and they don't do no huffing and puffing or like. And then it's that mindset, like at the other fast food, like McDonald's or the Burger King employees I dealt with, they got that mindset. It's like they're in a hurry to try to get back to get on their Facebook, on their phone. That's the thing. It's like, man, Jennifer knows that. It's like the people in a hurry to get to their phone. You know, I mean, we interrupting their phone time. But you're the one at work. You're the one took the job. You're supposed to be doing your job, but they just there to get a check. They don't care, whatever. It's like, and they don't take pride in their work. You know, I see that all the time. It's like, you know, it's like just whatever. Yeah, whatever. I'll just get my money. Yeah. I don't care about you, whatever. It's like, man, you know. Same old thing. But yeah, that's how it is in the city. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised McDonald's try to start replacing some of them people because it would be a good thing in a good way from some of these places I done been to with the nastiest attitude, you know. Because then, you know, for people start getting replaced, them, I wonder what make people think twice about how they treat their job and people like the ones who got fired, if they, you know, whatever, what they didn't want them coming back or whatever, you know, if they got replaced by a robot.
They're ready to get replaced by the robot, like you and J Dub were saying.
Yeah, and then, you know, make them think. maybe they'll start thinking about more about their job or what they plan on keep working in the fast food, you know, if like because of the attitude of how they treat their customer, whatever, you know, it's like a bad history of the way they treat the customers. But, you know, it's like, just don't care, you know. And like I go back and look at some old videos, like old commercials of Kmart and like mall videos, like from the 80s or 70s, and it's like you see like people they like I guess they cared more or whatever they took. Like when I was coming to fast food, like the order wasn't right, whatever, it was no problem. They would fix it. It was no problem, you know. They would get it straight if something was wrong. It was never no issue, you know. You didn't have to deal with you don't have to worry about worry about your safety if you want to try to get your order correct or whatever from the workers or whatever. It was never no threat. It never came to that point. It was just something simple that could be fixed. Then you move on to the next person or whatever. But hot dog, you got to come through a drive-through with in a tank or something now, a war tank. Pull up in a tank. Yeah, but that's how it is. But yeah, it's like now my mom, like, if something wasn't right, even if you had a problem with the worker at the machine, if they had an attitude, my mom always say, you go over there, you go to the manager. Yeah, because the managers, they will get it straight. They will fix it, if the worker was giving you trouble. And now it's like, I've seen a lot of times now, it's like the manager and the workers are buddies a lot of time. Like a lot of they'll invite their buddies come work with them. You know what I mean? It's like a little, I've seen that too, like a buddy system. Yeah.
Well, make sure you do this. Anytime you find someone that goes beyond the call of duty and does a good job, praise them. Get the owner, get the manager, praise them. Because I did that last week at Popeyes, and she was just so thankful and grinning, and I'm like, when somebody is good, they need to be praised and commended.
Right. Now I agree with that, but that's hard to come by around here.
Well, I told the owner, I asked the man, I said, are you the owner? And he said, my brother is. I said, okay, same thing. And I told him about her, and he was like, oh, that's nice. And then I said, my husband said I shouldn't have said this part, but I said, anytime I come here, I always get people who are, under the bar. People who don't say thank you, people who don't try to give me what I need, people that's throwing the food at me. I said, this woman right here, she's a keeper. And and I said, and I said, and young lady, I hope that you learn this business so well that you can get you alone and get your own Popeyes.
Yeah, now those are hard to come by. Those workers like that with a good attitude, ready to go. It's like, man, but yeah, I just don't see it. People don't take pride in what they do. Regardless of what it is. If you're doing your job, like I know people make fun of the garbage man, but it's still a job. I see them, they work hard. It's a job and it makes money. But
they make good money. They make good money.
And like it's like the people like the city. I know it's trash, but the garbage people they are needed. They're like they're essential. Yeah, they're basic essential for any city. If we didn't have the trash man, the trash guys coming by, oh God, all the stuff I would have backed up. Ooh, I'm glad for the garbage people to come by every week. Yeah.
Okay. Hey Shannon, I'm gonna have to go. I'm sorry to leave you up here. Where is there anybody else up in here?
I think Cliff. I think my mom probably listen here. Mom, she always comes through listening. And does shit.
Hey, Mom.
Okay. All right, Kim. But yeah, I'm gonna stay on the
I hate to go, but my husband, he said he's gonna call me when he needed me to help.
Okay.
So and I don't know how long it's gonna take because he's getting ready to try to do something with his car. So
okay.
I will talk to you later. It's been real. And,
all right.
Y'all take care. God bless. And yeah, I forgot what it was. I wanted to show you and ask you. I forgot what it was now. But I'll circle back. How about that?
Yeah, that's cool. In the city.
Okay. All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Be safe, Kim. I'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate it. But yeah, it's crazy. Like we were talking about the AI. Actually, it's not a bad idea for some places. Not with some of these people with nasty attitudes. Yeah, you know what? Our AI ain't such a bad thing after all. Something the way these people, the way I've been treated. You know what? I would take an AI over some of these people. I sure would. I mean, the robot AI would do a 1,000 times better. Mm-hmm. Yep. The AI. Oh, AI. Yeah, I think the AI would be 1,000 times better. Some of these places I've been going to, and like that one that me and Gravy went to a few years ago, out of nowhere. You know what? I say that place will look better with robots in there now. Mm-hmm. Bet you wouldn't get no attitude from a robot. Mm-hmm. And there's shit. All right, Kim, I appreciate it. Hey, Mama, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Mama. Hey, Mama, how you doing? In the city. Good old Watts. In the city. Oh, Kim is speaking. All right, Kim, you keep running. I appreciate it. In the city. Well, that's cool. But yeah. Yep. That's crazy though. In the city. A good old Watts. California knows how to party. In the city. Ooh. Man, I'm trying to find something here. Okay. I wanna be. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get on off here because I had fun. I had fun on here. It was really fun. I appreciate everybody coming on. It's Kim Bling Bar, my mom coming in, Mr. Doughboy and Susie, Christina Sky, of course, and J Dub Vlogs. I appreciate everybody coming in on tonight. It was really good. So hopefully I'll be back next Wednesday. Next Wednesday will be June. It'll actually be June. I can't believe June will be here next week. In the city. All right, everybody. Okay, Mom. So glad you came on. All right, love you, Mama. I appreciate everybody coming on tonight. So tune to the Sure Shannon Show live next Wednesday at 7:00. All right, y'all. Peace out. Bye-bye. Peace out. If I can just get my mouse to work. Oh, did I lose my mouse? All right, getting out for here. I got to get my mouse working. All right, everybody, good night.